Leaders, I want to go over a training on how to use version 1.06 when I release it. Um, let's go ahead and switch right over and let's get to it. Alright, so it's running a lot faster, I think, with this. So let's go ahead and switch over to my developer part of it and show you how it's working. Starting with the setup, you can then make sure that you have all the settings set. It doesn't load when you start up, so even though you see settings and you run it and nothing happens, and you're gonna have to click, make sure you click something out of it and then click back into settings if that's what you want. So you have to kind of like reset the settings. Same thing for here. Fixed steps, hit percentage and go back to fixed steps. 2 weeks back test, same thing, hit 1 day or whatever and then go back to 2 weeks. Same thing here, and then go back. Okay, once that's all done and this is all filled out the way you want it to, then click the save settings. Once you save the setting, then you can always load the setting and everything will refresh. Okay, and same goes with the browser too, I believe. Yeah, same the browser, select the browser that you want and then save that too. Once you're done, you can then select the number of steps. And the fixed number of steps will then go by positive, -1, positive, -10, positive, -5 for that, positive, -5 for this, instead of percentages, so you don't get like weird, decimal points and numbers with it. Okay. Once you have updated this, then you click save. If you wanted to make them all 10, you hit 10 there, autofill. It'll autofill all the pits with 10, and then you can then edit it from that point on. Okay. And then once you update that, also hit the save button to make sure you save all your settings the way you like it, and then you should be good to go. Then after that, the only thing you need to do now is just once you load up each day, load and just set the settings that you want. Make sure that you're in the coin that you want to be in the Mad Hatter, and then you can launch it from that point on. You could be either in full screen or the screen before the full screen, and it should work. The maximum days allowed to hold back, this is quite a restriction. If this criteria isn't met, it won't further the optimization. So you kind of want to think of this as a wall. Let the wall be big, and then if you see it do well, you get maximum days that are less than 5, then you could kind of constrain that wall and try to get it to go less than that if possible. Okay. So you might have to run multiples. So even if you set this high, it'll just kind of like as if it was turned off kind of thing. But what you could do is monitor it right here, where I have maximum days to hold bagged of 10. So it's kind of like turned off. So as long as this works, it'll just keep going through and use it. And what it's gonna do is try to maximize the total trade count. So if it finds a 3 here, it'll push it through. Finds a 3 here, push it through, and then it'll look at the ROI. Okay, it's not gonna maximize for, or at least minimize the amount of days that it hold, but it'll just more of just exclude it if it doesn't meet that criteria. Okay, so if you notice that it's not running well and you know these numbers are high, you just need to set this up high, and then if it's hitting those numbers, then you might want to strain it down to 9 so it keeps on finding more and more coins that are, more and more back tests that are less of this. But this is an indicator telling you that your settings probably need to be refreshed, or you need a better initial guess, because it's starting out to hold bags for over a week, which is not cool. But then the way this coin was set up was because we had set a high minimum price to exit. So that's why it's doing that high. So if I kind of show you here, it's 12%. So if you lower that number, you would bring that down. You trade more frequently. Okay. So just understand that. That means it's not going to be able to get out of this until it's able to lower that percentage, and it's going to lower it by little by little over time. And if it seems to increase the trading count, it'll then progress. If it doesn't, it'll kind of stay stuck until you reset that. Okay. This is not working yet. I'm still talking to the developer on setting this up. I thought I set up right according to the instructions I was given, but it's not working out. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. But just, you know, once it's working out, that'll be pushed as a maybe a smaller release on 1.061 or something like that, to get this fixed. But this, all this does is shows you the different results when you do a MA only run. It'll pull out all the settings so you can see, hey, Dima did the best, and here's all the results from ROI and whatnot, and you kind of see it from there. I don't know if I can show you the debug of this. I can't show you right now. This is locked. Yep. Maybe I can. Let me see. Let me see if I can minimize this. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. Alright, so while it's running, it's going to be flashing around, but try to get to that table for you to see. I probably get cleared out on this setting, so I won't be able to show you that. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this release. Next time around, we're going to have some more options here to kind of do some bulk changes. So you want to change all the trade amounts for all your bots. It'll do the calculation and say, hey, I want to put $100. It'll do the conversion and say, hey, you need so many coins to trade $100 for this bot, and update all the bots that you have in that list. Be able to select and kind of bulk edit certain things that you want with checkboxes and whatever. And then if there's any other features that you want, comment on the video below, and that'll give me some ideas to add to these bulk type of edits. I think someone also wanted to find a BTC USD pair where if you wanted to clone the bot and then push it out to different exchanges with the same settings, we can add that feature there too. Okay. So this will be it for now, and then the next major release will probably be the start actually auto-tuning at 24/7, be able to change the bot to start from a simulated account. Once it starts to detect positive gains, it'll switch to a live account, and then when it makes positive gains with that, to double down on the trade, on every trade that's positive, and then be able to back out and reduce the trade amount when losses start to incur. Or at least small losses, it'll back it out, kind of thing. So then that way you can follow the market accordingly and reinforce positive gains, but reduce our play on markets that are not doing well or coins that aren't doing well. And then I'll be able to automatically create all the coins with the bot and tune them all, and collectively collaborate on a common database to get all these bots up and running as soon as possible. Alright, so that's all I have for now to do. It's pretty straightforward and simple, and then you can just kind of monitor it from that point on. Yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing is you'll also see an initial guess on 1.06 release. Working with Cosmos to kind of do an initial guess on the settings. It's probably going to run through like a randomization where you can guess 100 different settings and test them all, and then pick out the best one and then tune it from that point on. Okay, and then another one which is kind of more straightforward would be using Cosmos strategy. I'll link his reference below. He been doing some pretty good results with just manually auto tuning. So kind of going through his sequence where he does RSI first, Bollinger Bands, and then MACD, and then kind of tightens it up so that it trades on sideways, downways, up trends, down trends, all kinds of cool stuff. And then go from there. And then from that initial guess, then we can kind of tune it further with some of these optimization stuff, and kind of bring it down to 1 day type of a back test. So it works there. It should work on 2 weeks to 1 day. Okay. Alright, that is all for now, and I will be probably releasing this I think I can get the initial guess in about a week. So, but I'll say end of the month to be sure. And then we have taxes coming up, so I gotta start getting that ready. If I don't have all my paperwork, I'll probably file an extension, and I can work on this again, and then go from there. Cool. All right. Thank you, and yeah, hopefully that's it's exciting for you guys. Any cool little feature update? Wouldn't it be nice to do this little slight update or bulk edit? And it might not be related to the tuner, but at least it'll help you bulk edit stuff. Comment below, and I would love to add those features onto to the auto tuner to not just do the Mad Hatter only, but also as a general like command station tool to kind of manage the bots, maybe monitor all your ROI, see which one's doing best, which I think is already in the dashboard for Haas, but it's kind of lacking some bulk edit features, I think, that I can probably help with. And then we'll then expand on, I think someone had mentioned a scalper bot that will turn on and off based on candles. So if I see a doji happening, I can then start scalping because I expect it to uptrend. And then once it starts to downtrend, turn off the scalper bot, and then you know stuff like that. Cool. All right, thank you guys. Have a good one, and we'll talk to you later.